Come and get your love. Come and get your love.
Oh, there's people, Cody. There's people. They want to know something about.
What? Oh, what's up? Hey, we're SKYACK Studios. I'm Cody,
I'm Christian.
and today we're gonna be doing the review for Guardians of the Galaxy.
We're not reviewing this book, but it's the same people.
Yes, we know that, Christian. Get it straight. We're actually going to be doing a review of the first movie before Volume 2. That way you guys can get caught up about the history and all that about Guardians. So let's get to the talk about Guardians. What did you think of it, Christian?
The first one, I thought it was great. Like, I was expecting, like, Star Wars, but it's not Star Wars. It's still good.
Yeah.
But it's like, they both have their good soundtracks in their different ways. Like, one's John Williams, one was classic music. And then this one's way funnier. But I think that was kind of the point.
Yeah. I like the comedic element of the movie. Like, it really brings that sense of joy. And there's a lot of like, eye candy in the movie. Like, a lot of eye candy, if you don't know what that is. It's like a bunch of pop-out colors. The movie's very colorful.
It's very visual.
Very visual.
Good visual.
Good visuals.
We're talking about Gamora. No. We're talking about the whole film.
I was thinking of Groot.
No! Well, I mean, the animation on Groot was pretty good, too.
Yeah, it's really good. But let's talk about the plot. Like, this takes place in the Marvel Universe.
Yes.
So, what we know about is that Star-Lord gets kidnapped by Ravagers after his mother's death, and takes in and becomes a master thief and gets caught up in all this crazy experience and the orb that he steals.
He just happens to steal one of the Infinity Stones because eventually he was going to find one sooner or later after everything he stole.
Yeah, like that was their goal, is to introduce every single Infinity Stone in the Marvel Universe, so it will lead up to Infinity War.
Yeah.
And they meet the rest. He meets the rest of the team. Like, Gamora works for Ronan, and Rocket and Groot are a bunch of thugs for hire, trying to collect their bounty or something. And they all get caught up. Like,
thrown into prison.
They're thrown into prison. Gamora tries to betray Ronan to take the orb so that it could be safe, and Star-Lord wants to keep it for money, and Rocket and Groot wants to collect their bounty on Star-Lord because
Drax just wants to kill Thanos. Or kill Ronan.
Kill Ronan first.
Yeah, because Ronan killed his family.
Right. For starters, I like Chris Pratt as Star-Lord. He's excellent.
He was made to play this character.
Yeah. Like, he's built a lot of shape into this film, built a lot of shape into this character, and like, he has that comedic element, like from Parks and Recreation. Sorry. Like,
in fact, a lot of the scenes in the movie, there's whenever they're in the collector and he drops the orb and then he gives it to the collector, that was unscripted. But it makes sense with his character. It worked so well they left it in the film. Yeah.
Like, James Gunn really mastered this film very well. Great. Yeah. He's a really good director. And, like, he's the perfect guy to lead Guardians into the Marvel Universe. And really bring in that comedic element and bring in something new and fresh and different that we never really experienced before. Unlike Star Wars.
It was really good, especially with Marvel. They had just made Winter Soldier had come out just earlier that year. That was really good too. But then before that, they had made Thor: The Dark World.
Oh yeah,
and it was really awful.
Yeah.
But they bounced back.
Yeah, that was like their first experience of what the galaxy looks like and all. and introducing the Collector, but they really opened their horizons on Guardians with their I don't know what the word is, but expansion of the Marvel universe in such a fun comedic element and such a fun action packed sci-fi movie. And Gamora, man, she's hot, like Zoe Saldana.
I love Zoe Saldana.
She can go from blue to green to.
Oh yeah, she's an avatar.
Yeah, like she can go from blue to green to all kinds of colors, like rainbow colors. Like I can like eat Skittles. I don't know what I'm saying. Like
she's not gonna succumb to your pelvic sorcery, especially if you compare her to Skittles.
Okay. What did you think of Gamora? Besides her green, perky skin, like.
I liked the I don't know. I liked all the characters. I like what they did with each of them. I like how they all started off like they hated each other, and then they came together in order to save the galaxy. They start off all in prison, and they're like they don't want anything to do with each other. And Peter constantly has to remind them that in order for them to survive, they have to work together. And Groot just does his own thing like half the time. Like Groot's part of the story, but he's very much like he's very out there. Like especially how they escape from the kiln, where he goes to get the battery, and Rocket's like, no, we should do that last.
He's not really that intelligent. He's like a little child who doesn't really know what's really going on. And I mean, Vin Diesel puts in a lot of work to saying "I am Groot" every single time, thousands of times.
He does the voice in the American version, but he also does all the international versions, like all the foreign language versions.
Oh yeah,
that's all Vin Diesel too.
Yeah, like I've heard about that. Like he did a lot of different languages of Groot.
He put in a lot of effort into this character.
And it's not just saying those same three words every time. It's his personality that really sets who Groot really is, and you can kind of understand what he says through his language, through his tone of language, saying "I am Groot" every time. And Rocket's the perfect person to
translate for him. Hearing half a conversation, it's kind of like R2 and 3PO, where like nobody knows what R2 is saying, but 3PO understands what he's saying, and just that half of a conversation is usually really funny. So it's that same dynamic there.
Yeah, like Groot and Rocket are such a perfect dynamic together, and I didn't even know that Bradley Cooper voiced this character.
Oh yeah, I know about Bradley Cooper. I haven't seen much of Bradley Cooper, so I didn't really have much of a background on who he was and what he did. But I like Rocket. Rocket is cool.
He was good in the A-Team, like Bradley Cooper was, and his voice as Rocket is so much different than he is in real life. Like,
well, he has to make it sound like a raccoon.
Well, I know, but
and how do we know what raccoons sound like? Only Bradley Cooper knows.
I'm trying to think. Raccoons.
First you got the Skittles, now the raccoon noise. What the heck?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey, at least you tried.
Okay, but what my point is that even if I didn't know that Bradley Cooper was the voice of Rocket, and I go see the movie, it's like it's so unrecognizable because that it doesn't really sound like him at all.
No.
Like he put a lot of work in creating the personality of Rocket, like what we've seen.
Arrogant little.
It's just like you know how your pets or animals start to look like you as soon as you got them.
Sometimes.
Yeah, Rocket looks more like Bradley Cooper now, and
I think they did that intentionally.
Yeah, especially with his beard now. Yeah. And Dave Bautista, like
he's a wrestler. I didn't really have a lot of. My cousins really like wrestling, so they knew more about Batista than I did. But it was one of those things where it's like, because of the type of character that Drax is, where he is thick and not
Thick as in muscles or thick as in stupid?
Both.
Okay. Yeah.
uh, he's not very versed in other cultures besides his own. That it makes sense for this type of character that you have a beefed up musclehead to play a beefed up musclehead.
Right. Like, I think he never really had any acting experience before he was cast for the role as
I don't
Drax.
think so either.
Yeah, like he's more into wrestling, but I think as soon as he got the role, I think he took like acting classes to really get into character and all, and
Yeah.
he did a very good job playing Drax. Like playing that thick sort of character who doesn't understand metaphors and all that, really creates the fun-loving musclehead Drax that
I
we.
am not a princess.
What's also funny is that in the movie, Rocket referenced that his people doesn't understand metaphors. Things would just go over his head. Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast. I would catch it.
Yeah. Drax had a lot of for being the dumbest character in the movie. Dumb is in not that it's unnecessary, but dumb is in how intelligent the character actually is. He had a lot of the funniest lines in the movie because of that aspect.
Right. And it's not necessarily that. I mean, he is a little dumb, but at the same time, he just doesn't understand what everything goes on in the right direction.
He has a different perspective on what's going on because of the type of species he is.
Yeah, right. And his main goal is to kill Ronan because he killed his family, and that's his side of the story, which is actually a very tragic story to me, because to see how he's doing whatever means necessary to avenge his family and to really bring justice, but also vengeance to kill Ronan. Like, he's not necessarily just doing justice for his family, but doing justice for everyone, because everyone lost their families because of Ronan and his goons. And
I like how each of them has like their own different motivation for the moving along the plot. Like Gamora's and Drax are kind of similar because they're both against Ronan. Peter's is just he just wants to sell the orb, and then Rocket and Groot they want to get the bounty on Peter because Peter's had a bounty on his head from Yondu for stealing the orb in the first place, and so it's interesting to see how these different all these different characters with different perspectives and different occupations come together to become a team.
Right. I think Peter's perspectives start to change a little bit as the movie goes along.
Yeah, it's not just about him.
It's not just about him, but it's the safety of the galaxy. Once they realize that this is an Infinity Stone that could wipe out all.
There's more to life than just thieving.
Yeah, and Rocket is not so used to teaming up with others besides Groot that he's brought along for the ride. What's interesting about Rocket is that
he doesn't know he's a raccoon.
He doesn't know he's
a raccoon. He refuses to believe he's a raccoon. He knows he's been genetically modified, and he doesn't like that either. But he doesn't. He's never accepted the fact that he's an animal.
Right, and he's trying to find his place in life, I believe, because he's getting tired of being tormented and being called a little monster or any other little creatures.
Which the second movie explores that a lot with the different animals.
They explore that a lot in the second movie, but the only close person he really connects is Groot, because he starts to feel like Groot is just like him, and as time comes along, he feels like he belongs with this new team because they all lost everything, like Star-Lord says, their homes, their families, normal lives, which really set the motivation for the team to save the galaxy because of what they've lost and trying to gain back, that sort of thing.
It was one of the things I liked about the story is that it had its own small story arc or its own main story arc about killing Ronan or defeating Ronan, but at the same time the overarching storyline with the Infinity Stones and Thanos is still there, but it doesn't take away from the story or overpower it. That it's still its own unique film in a sea of 40 or 50, however many films Marvel's making. So
Yeah.
I like that aspect, how it fits in as well as being its own thing.
Right. And I definitely love Michael Rooker as
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yondu is great. I liked his whistling arrow thing. I thought that was really cool. That it seemed like such a simple thing, and then like he takes out like 50 people all at once with his arrow. Like he's not one to mess with. You know, he may have a soft spot for Peter, but he's still he's badass.
Yeah. Like he's the only other close father figure that Peter has.
That's explored more in the second movie.
Yeah, that's explores more in the second movie. I feel like first movie focused more on his mother, and then talks about father figures in the second movie.
Yeah.
And Ronan the Accuser he's a Kree who's planning to wipe out the galaxy, and he's tired of giving orders from Thanos, which Thanos will be the main villain in Infinity War.
Aren't the Kree also in the ABC show Shield, where like
Agents of Shield?
Yeah, the humans that have superpowers, they're descended from the Kree or something like that, right?
Oh yeah, I think the Kree were the people that created the Inhumans.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like thousands of years ago, they experimented on humans.
It all connects somehow, eventually.
Yeah, it all connects in the Marvel universe. With how everything exploits, everything lines up perfectly. Like the Collector showed up in Thor: The Dark World,
and then or his brother, the Grandmaster, is in Ragnarok, and there's that connection there. And then Doctor Strange is going to be in Ragnarok.
Yeah, which they made that connection as well. Like they're building a really big universe for everyone to line up and form together.
Hopefully, the Guardians will team up with the Avengers and they can go kill Thanos.
Yeah, which they actually will. Like they'll team up, but I want to see like a little bit of a fight. Between them, like see Hulk and Groot throwing heads at each other, or see Rocket with his being a tech genius that he can like take part of Iron Man's suit and rebuild it into like a bomb or something.
Yeah.
Like that'd be really cool to see, because Rocket is another being that you don't want to mess with.
No,
because he's very vicious.
Yeah.
And Nebula is the adopted sister of Gamora, and
she hates Thanos because Thanos is a dick.
Yeah, she torments both of them growing up, living this new life that they're living in as assassins, and she wants something more to kill Thanos and feel free from
his range.
Yeah, his range, and feels jealous of Gamora.
That's also explored more in the next movie.
Yes, like she's a little bit jealous of her, and I forget what else to say.
I feel like we should just make the two movies in one clip. I feel like we've already mentioned the second one enough. We should just go straight into it.
Oh yeah?
Alright.
This is Volume 2.
Yes! The next movie. It's great. It even though it came out 3 years after the first one, it's supposed to take place like just after it in the storyline.
Which makes sense.
It has a new Awesome Mix Volume 2, the gift we saw at the end of the first movie. So it's got another set of great songs. This one, I feel like they both had a nice balance of popular music, or like not popular, but like well-known music, and then they had other ones that were a little bit less known, but still fit the theme of the film.
Yeah.
So that was cool that there was...
I like how each of the songs really identify what the scenes are.
Yes. This one, they like almost like it had the music like drive the story a bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that a lot. The team is still working out their kinks. They're still, they're not exactly, a cohesive unit yet. They crash land on a planet and they get picked up by Ego, the living planet, and
played by Kurt Russell. Yeah. And
he tells Peter about his childhood but his birth, and how he wanted to seed the entire galaxy.
Which a big twist. He turns out to be the main villain of the film.
And then Drax, like only Drax could have asked this question, and it works in this type of film. There was a lot of people.
Penis?
There was a lot of people who were complaining about how could a planet have sex with a woman to create Peter, and so of course they got Drax to clear that up. That he asked that question, and Ego is more than happy to oblige. She's like, "Yes, Drax, I have a penis, and it's a quite nice one." And Peter's just over here like, "I don't want to know about this." And Drax like, "My father would tell us every winter solstice. Well, your culture is different than mine," or something like that. It was
if he was a giant living planet, he would have hurt his mother.
Yes.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
And it's starting to make sense of how Peter hold the Infinity Stone
because he's a celestial. He's an immortal. He's not quite human.
He's half celestial, just like his father. Which they actually changed up Peter's father in the movie than in
his
the comics.
father was Jason, who was an emperor of this planet, or the son of an emperor, and then he got banned or exiled by his father, which is why he was on Earth, and that's how he met Peter's mom. And then his friends took him away back to his home planet, and that's how Peter grew up without his dad.
In the movie, they made Ego his father, which I have to say it's a better storyline because I heard that James Gunn didn't like the character Jason as Peter's father because it's so similar to like the Darth Vader type thing, but with Ego, it makes a lot more sense because of how powerful Star-Lord actually is, and to see that he's a celestial, like one of these beings that hold the Infinity Stones from like ancients ago, and
his name of Ego really makes sense of how selfish he is. That he went around to all these different planets and impregnated their women and left his part of himself on each of the planets,
which is actually sick. It's sick, yeah.
And then he made Peter's mom fall in love with him, and then he gave her cancer so that Peter could go into space. And he's really not a very good guy.
Yeah, not entirely. And Yondu is like the only.
Yondu is more like his father. He raised him.
Yeah, he raised him. He said himself, "That man may have been your father, but he ain't your daddy," which is actually a very touching scene.
Yondu had a much bigger role. He was more on the Guardian side this time. He's able to use his arrow as like transportation.
Yeah,
and he was coming down like Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah,
which is actually really cool. I have to say, this movie, I don't know if it's as good or it's better than the first one.
I don't know if it's better, but I definitely think that it was definitely a good sequel. It is a great film. I also liked Yondu's new fin. How in the first one it was all flat. And I don't know if people were complaining about that because in the comics his fin is it looks like a mohawk, and so with the first one I guess they still wanted to keep the fin but keep it like less out there, less crazy, and maybe they complained, and so James Gunn was like, well, we'll give him the mohawk fin. And so he had a new fin, and then he died. It was really sad.
It was really sad, but I think he's going to return in Infinity War, I believe.
Yeah, no, in Marvel movies, in Marvel stuff, no one ever stayed dead.
Yeah, like Agent Coulson never stayed dead.
No, that was cool.
Yeah, and they brought him back in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which has helped revive the character, but for some reason they should like have him where the Avengers find out that he's still alive.
Yeah, no, eventually the TV shows are going to connect back to the movies because they just have to. Like, there's too much going on that they can't just keep them separated.
Yeah. Like, they should do more crossovers with the movies and the TV shows and have more references in the movies of the TV shows. Mm-hmm. Just like how the TV shows made references of the movies. Mm-hmm. Like, they need to, like, balance out that, Mm-hmm. And Drax is much more funnier.
Drax is funnier. He's gotten a bit more used to other cultures. So much so that he falls for Mantis, a completely different species than him. Or, I mean, I'm assuming they did. Like, they hinted very heavily that Mantis and Drax are going to get together. So
maybe, I don't know.
I hope so. I want them to get together. That's what the movie was telling me.
I'm just imagining being with you physically. Like, that's what he said.
That was a lie. He was trying to, he wanted to be strong. Like he's I forget what
he even called her ugly, man.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if she's ugly if he wants to be with her. Like he makes that point. He's like, if somebody's ugly and you still want to be with them, you know that it's real because you want to be with them despite how they look.
I mean, who knows? Who knows if they'll end up together or not?
I
I don't know for sure, but they made it very clear that Star-Lord and
the Star-Lord and Gamora, they've had that thing.
Yeah, like they'll probably end up together.
She will finally succumb to his pelvic sorcery.
I have to say, I was expecting a kissing scene, but I think it would make Gamora's character more vulnerable in the movie because she's just a strong character that it would kind of like ruin a kissing scene or will like kind of ruin her character, her idol for her because she's trying to be like a strong, independent female character, and
I like how Nebula and Gamora made up at the end of the movie. Like they tried to kill each other. There was a big scene where Nebula tried to crash a ship into Gamora, but then they finally reconciled. I was hoping that after they reconciled, Nebula would go with them to fight Ego, but she just left. And
well, she kind of helped out.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she's gonna come back and.
Oh, she's gonna be an official member of the Guardians. Yeah.
Yeah, and fight Thanos.
Well, yeah, because she hates Thanos.
I think Gamora. I mean, I think Nebula should be the one to kill Thanos because she has more of a personal, personal hatred for Thanos than what Drax had with his family and all.
We learn about the childhood between Gamora and Nebula that Thanos would have them fight each other, and Gamora would always win, and then he would replace some part of Nebula, like her brain or her eye or her arm, with a robotic part, saying that every time she loses, she would get upgraded, and Gamora beat her every time, and Nebula just had this festering hate for her because
she wants nothing more than
she just wanted to be she didn't want to be raised an assassin. She didn't want to go through life being this killing machine, but that's what she was fashioned into, and she resents it.
Yeah, and she just wanted a sister from Gamora, and not have to lose every time. Like, she wants to be redeemed from everything that's been done.
It gives more motivation for her what she did in the first movie.
Yeah. And Rocket has a good relationship with Yondu because they're more like
they're very similar.
They're very similar to each other.
This one they spent a lot of time together trying to get to the planet Ego. Rocket was called every single animal in this movie. He was called a fox. He was a trash panda, a dog,
a triangle. What did Ego call him? A triangle face monkey.
Triangle face monkey. Yeah, no. Rocket was called every single animal in the book. It was funny. I like that part.
It's so funny. Like, and Groot, Baby Groot, man.
Baby Groot, yes. Baby Groot stole the show. The whole first scene where they're fighting the giant squid and Rocket's trying to put the music and then Groot puts it on and he's just trying to get out of the way and it's just like, he's this big.
He's so adorable.
Yeah.
Like, he's like the best part of the movie.
I love Baby Groot.
Yeah. Like, just seeing him dancing and all, and I love the scene where Yondu and Rocket tries to get him to get Yondu's fin.
Oh, yes.
But every time...
He brings back a desk.
He brings back
how does he dig the desk and doesn't wake anybody
He brings back a robotic eye. He brings back Yondu's underwear. He brings back a toe. Like, what the...
Oh, yes. A giant,
yeah,
100-foot tall man toe. I don't
know. Even Yondu hand him a pin, a flaming pin to show him where the fin is in the desk, with that shaped like the flame. Mm-hmm. He hands it to Groot, and then he holds it up, and he's like, "What? No, no,
no! It's not a hat.
It's not a hat." Like, it's just so adorable to see Baby Groot.
The bomb scene is like, flip the switch, button. So, I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. No! You'll kill us all!
Every scene with Groot is so adorable,
yes.
And it's so much fun.
Groot is great.
Like, I also love that he has like a fun hatred with Drax. Like for some reason, I don't know why, but
it's because Drax doesn't dance, and Groot loves to dance.
Yeah, every time he looks away, he dances, but he looks and
You need to find someone who is a dancer and pathetic, like you. Did they have the "Do you need a hug" scene? I know it was in the trailer, but I don't think it was in the film.
I don't think it was in the film.
That was my favorite parts of the trailer. It's like, "Do you need a hug?" And he's like, "No." And then Drax, this big muscled up guy, and then Chris Pratt's a little bit smaller, and Drax just hugs him anyway, and he's like, "No, I'm cool, Drax." He's like, I'm giving you a hug anyway."
I think they cut it out because we've already seen much of that from the trailer.
No, I know, but it's just it's one of those things where like it was super funny. It should have been in the film.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I think they also cut out. They cut out another scene from the trailer that I know.
I know Fox on the Run was in the trailer, but it wasn't in the film.
Yeah, the song wasn't in the movie. Like, it's just like in the first movie they cut out "Spear in the Sky."
Yeah,
like, it was in the trailer, but it wasn't in the movie.
Yeah.
They share a lot of good songs in this movie.
Yeah,
like
I bet you that's where like half their budget went. Like, there's enough budget that goes to the CGI and paying of the actors, but there's probably a significant portion of the budget that goes to the royalties for this great music.
Oh yeah, and it's so much funny that to see like Rocket making fun of Taserface.
Yes, Taserface. I wanted him to say there's a song by some ska band. It's called Sega Face. And I wanted them to do some sort of bit like that. Something else faced, but Taserface was funny in it.
Yeah. Every time. Like,
and then at the very end, just before he dies, he's like, "You will know who destroyed Yondu. Taserface." And the woman on the other just starts laughing her ass off.
Like, no matter what, this movie is a lot of fun.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. You should, like, go check it out, because you will laugh your head off, and be loved and cry a bit.
It has 5 end credit scenes. Do not leave until the end of all the credits. You will miss everything.
That's another thing we should talk about, is that Sylvester Stallone
has a small cameo, but
he's
probably expensive enough as it is.
Yeah. James Gunn officially confirms that his character
is Starhawk. One of the original Guardians of the Galaxy.
If you don't know what that is, you should check it out. But Starhawk is one of the original. Him and Yondu are like the original incarnation of Guardians of the Galaxy from like the earlier comics, and they are like from the 31st century, I believe. And they introduce other characters in that end credit scene as well.
Yeah. All the 5 captains from that scene were supposed to represent the original Guardians.
Yeah.
And then Groot grows up. He's playing something on his looks like an iPad, but I can't really tell. And then he's like, "I am Groot," and Peter's like, "I am not boring." And like Peter now understands Groot. He's been with him long enough that he's able to understand what Groot is saying.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "Now I know what Yondu went through."
Well, I think Groot will finally become a fully grown Groot by the time of Infinity War. Cause this movie takes place like
3 years,
4 years before Infinity War.
Oh yeah, because Infinity War's next year.
Because Guardians 2 takes place a couple months after the first movie, which is like back in 2014, and which makes sense. Which means I think we're going to see the Guardians I think we're going to see the Guardians in a different way in Infinity War. Like, they're probably going to be more professionals.
You can't get professional with this movie.
Well, they're going to be more skillful.
Well, more skillful, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to be just as funny, I'm sure.
Yeah. But there's still such a bunch of outcasts that don't really know what to do. Like, Rocket is still trying to like get money out of like saving the galaxy and all.
Yeah. But hopefully he'll learn his lesson.
There's another theory, is that Stanley's cameo.
Oh, he's the Watcher. Yes.
Yeah. There's a theory that he's like a Watcher and that he plays like the same character in every Marvel film that he has cameoed in. And that's like a theory that
he's like the head Watcher.
He's like one of the Watchers that the Watchers are like they keep an eye on everything that goes on in the universe.
They created everything.
I don't think they created everything.
Well, one of them does. One of them is like the head Watcher who created everything, which would make sense with Stan Lee since he's one of the big guys at Marvel.
Yeah.
So.
I think it would make sense, but I think he's like a watcher in the skies, and
Yeah.
he's just keeping an eye out everything that goes on in the
He's
universe.
the spirit in the sky.
They also
the
confirmed.
first movie, yeah.
They also confirmed that the Watchers also exist in
Yeah.
the X-Men universe.
Yeah, so there's that little connection too, that even though Fox Marvel and Disney Marvel are different universes, they're still somehow connected, even though they're stupid about their rights.
Oh yeah. Like, there was a reference of when Stan Lee said he was a Federal Express agent from
Tony Stark.
from Civil War. There was like an alternate scene that they said that
Did you do the Deadpool one?
yeah, he was talking about the Deadpool reference, that he was like working at a strip club.
Mm-hmm.
That could have made a great connection with Deadpool and the X-Men and all.
Yeah.
Like, to bring the Avengers and X-Men together in one universe, which I think that would be really cool. And people have been begging for something like this for so long, to see the X-Men join.
And it's the only way Jackman. The only way Jackman will come back is if Marvel gets the rights for Wolverine. He doesn't want to do the character anymore.
Yeah. He said he would do the character if
Yeah.
he was in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So until they do that, he's not coming back.
I hope he comes back. It's just sad. Another scene from the end credit scene was that Aisha.
Oh yes, she made Adam Warlock.
Oh yeah, she had the cocoon with Adam Warlock in it.
Mm-hmm.
They say that Adam Warlock is not going to be in Infinity War, but they never say about Part 2 or anything like that. Because he's like a big character from the Infinity War comics.
But they might put Captain Marvel in place of him, like whatever his character did in the comics.
Maybe.
But we don't know yet.
He had the Soul Stone on his forehead,
Yeah.
but Vision has the Mind Stone on his forehead as well. So maybe
somehow they got to figure out what to do with the stones. They might show up. The Soul Stone might show up in Ragnarok as like Heimdall. I've seen that theory where Heimdall is the Soul Stone or has the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
Or
Hela.
Or Hela, yeah. Or it could come up in Black Panther, or somehow it might. I doubt it'll be in Homecoming, but
yeah,
who knows? Somehow they got to figure out how to make them all connect. So they might use an Infinity Stone to do that, like they did with the first Guardians.
Right. So, what we know so far is that the Infinity Stones spell out the name Thanos, which I believe, because
so Heimdall would make sense. Hela would make sense. H, and then
because the H.
And then I said Spider-Man Homecoming, but you'd have to figure out that. Like I said, they'd have to really figure out how to make that work, because it's, or high school dance, but
or
what?
Heimbraid, or I don't know how you pronounce it, but the ape's name.
Harambe.
Harambe. Yeah. Like,
they're gonna have Harambe in Black Panther.
Yeah, I think so. Like, one of the main villains is Man Ape, which
Okay.
Harambe maybe if it was like an artifact or something, it could be like the Soul Stone in Black Panther eventually.
But anyways, somehow they're gonna connect all those stuff together.
Yeah. So what we know is that the Tesseract is the Mind Stone.
That's from Captain America.
Captain America and Avengers.
Yeah.
And the
Aether.
The Aether.
Aether's from Dark World.
It's from Dark World, and the Collector has it. And the Tesseract is in Asgard, and the necklace, the Eye of Agamotto.
That's from Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange has that, which manipulates time. The Time Stone. The orb.
The Power Stone from Guardians is in Nova Corps.
Yeah, and then the scepter that Loki had is the Mind Stone, which is now on Vision's forehead. So what we're missing now is H. Missing the Soul Stone. It's just the last Infinity Stone before Infinity War. Because we know
and then they still need to find Thanos has the gauntlet, right?
He has the gauntlet, like from the end of Age of Ultron.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the stones.
He just like he said it himself, he's gonna do it himself. He's gonna collect all the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
I just really hope that the movie has enough time to really have all the characters share a scene, to have enough time to share a scene together, or to
They kind of did it with Civil War, how they had 20 characters in Civil War, so they've shown that they can do it with a lot of characters. They just need to keep doing that.
Yeah, I assume the movie's gonna be much longer.
Yeah, well, that's why it was supposed to be part 1 and 2, but now it's Infinity War, and then it might be Infinity Gauntlet or something. Anyway, it's gonna be a really they're gonna do good. I know
Yeah,
that.
in my opinion, it's still gonna be part 1 and part 2 because
Yeah.
they still have to fight Thanos in both movies. And
The directors of
is the Russo brothers
yeah, they did Winter Soldier.
and Civil War.
Yeah, and those are really good, and so
They're really good directors.
I know that if they've done justice with that they'll probably do justice with Infinity War. So
Yeah, I've heard that Chris Pratt and James Gunn and all of them said that Infinity War is going to be a movie you do not want to miss. It's going to be a movie that you're going to love and uh, like probably like the best Marvel film they're probably going to see.
I hope so. It better be good because if it's not good, I'll
Yeah.
be very upset.
Because Josh Brolin is like perfect for Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Like just seeing him like in that scene from the first Guardians movie, like he's very threatening. Like I will bathe the Starways in your blood.
Yep.
Like I think we're gonna see like a backstory of Thanos in Infinity War,
Mm-hmm.
and like Thanos is like the big bad villain, and probably like the because a lot of the Marvel villains haven't really been so good lately, except for Loki.
Yeah.
So I hope they do right with these next villains. I mean, Ego was a pretty good villain.
Ronan was good for that movie.
Yeah.
But not Bucky.
Bucky was a pretty good villain.
Yeah, well, Bucky was a villain, but then he's on Cap's side now.
Yeah, he's on Cap's side now. He's on Wakanda now. I don't know if we're probably like gonna see like a cameo of him in Black Panther or not, but I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like just seeing that at the end of Civil War, I mean, it could only mean that they're still in Wakanda and they might have a cameo, which leads up to Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hope we'll see that. And like, I think Hela is gonna be like this version of Death that Thanos is. Thanos' lover.
Okay.
Yeah, because like in the comics, he does everything to destroy the universe for Death. And maybe Hela is like this version of Death.
Maybe.
Because she is from hell.
Yeah.
Like one of the 9 realms.
Yeah. That's how she was able to destroy Thor's hammer.
Yeah. And who knows what we might see. She might be a good villain in Ragnarok, and Michael Keaton might be a good villain in as the Vulture in Spider-Man: Homecoming. Because I think they're really making everything right now in the Marvel Universe than they were like with Iron Man 3 or Thor: The Dark World. Like, those were some not so great movies.
Yeah, they start off each hero's. Their first movie is okay, but then when they give them like 2 or 3 movies, they kind of lose touch.
Yeah. Like, is there anything else?
No,
You wanna
I think
talk
that's
about?
about it.
Okay, this is our review for Guardians Volume 1 and 2.
This was a long video, so if you have to watch it in pieces, we understand.
Yeah. Well, we still get, like, ads and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I hope y'all enjoyed it, and we're going to put out some... we filmed some stuff for teasers for Jack Runner, so that's going to come out eventually.
yeah.
We plan on filming soon. We still need to find a Sarah, and it's still a work in progress.
Yeah.
But,
like, follow us. If you follow us on Facebook, you'll understand what the plot of the movie is and all.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon you'll see the teaser trailer. We're going to be filming this summer.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an awesome movie that you don't want to miss. It's like we're creating our own universe of our own characters that we created. So you do not want to miss this. And don't forget to subscribe and like us on Facebook and Twitter and or Google. Like, I'm Cody, this is Christian, and don't forget to keep it SKYACK. Oh, I am Groot.